So I'm going to build on that last one because it made me think of probably the number one obstacle in all workplaces today with all teams. So we talk about nonprofit teams, church teams, university teams, corporate teams, doesn't matter. Number one issue, time. No one has it. So you just said training, right? Training takes time. We got to stop what we're doing for a moment or some days and then actually work together. So how do we find, how can we find ways to either work that in our routine, prioritize it? How can we make that happen in our calendar? Because that seems to be the biggest issue that I encounter with all the teams I work with.
Yeah, and it is a real challenge. You're right, Brandon. I mean, and I think speaking that is helpful to say, that is going to be a challenge that people will face. And I think perhaps one of the first things that needs to happen is we have to recognize that building the team is the work. It's part of the work. It's not extra. So I think that sometimes we think, if I'm going to do that on the side, then I have to make time for this extra thing that's not really part of the work. But if we can recognize that team skills are skills that are just as important as any other time management skills or leadership skills or a system I need to learn for work, that team skills are on the same playing field when it comes to how well we'll do things. I think if we could also take a step back and understand the time lost through dysfunctional relationships at work, then I think the amount of time it takes to invest in the team would start to look like a very small investment. Because when you take the number of conversations that you have to have 6 times, the 4 conversations that happen after, 2 individuals at work aren't able to relate well, and then I have to talk to this person, and then talk to my boss, and then I'm coming back over here. And now we've spent a day engaging about something that didn't go well that could have potentially been resolved if we had a healthier dynamic as a unit. And so I think that those 2 things, identifying it as part of the work and recognizing the time lost when we don't invest in it would probably create a lot of space to put time towards it.